All right, well, here's a video I really take to heart because I was experiencing a lot of soreness and stiffness in just the way I moved and walked. So a few years ago, I really started studying, looking up all these physical therapists and experts about how to stay healthy through your movement. And here I'm walking, I'm tracking straight towards the camera. I'm twisting my abdomen and torso so that my legs end up pointed, my feet end up pointed forward, tracking straight ahead. Trying to land with the foot going down at the end of the swing phase of my leg. That's minimal impact on my joints. Now here I am reaching out a little bit more forward and landing on my heel. Well, the swing phase is still working. I'm reaching too far, and that's a heavy impact on my heel. Now I'm back to more of a stepping right, hitting the ground at the end of my swing phase. Hands swinging back to about the point of my hip. Posture's vertical. When I started walking this way, I instantly felt like I had more propulsion in my step, and I felt a lot better. I could walk all day with minimal soreness on all sorts of terrain. And there's a lot of experts out there, that videos on YouTube you can watch. And one thing though, they're all walking on flat pavement, wearing tennis shoes. Nobody has work boots, and they're going off-road here on varying surfaces. And again, I'm tracking straight, toes are pointed forward, and it really took me a long time to learn to walk correctly again. Now here I am out in the mud, and I wanted to show, is it better to just take the shorter steps and keeping your feet underneath you, walking in this mud? And you'll see, yes, when I take a short step versus reaching right out and pulling myself forward, crashing on my heel, and trying to pull myself forward with that foot, I have a lot harder time walking in this deep, uneven terrain. When I take those more shorter, faster frequency steps, like here I'm reaching out forward and I'm crashing on my heel, and the swing phase of my foot isn't really, or swing phase of my leg's not done really before my heel of my foot actually hits the ground. And I kind of get bogged down here. The heel kind of drags in the mud. And then when I walk nice short steps again, and I'm really picking up my feet more, using my hip flexors and all that, and my groin area, I'm able to negotiate this deep, rough terrain, even though I'm getting my boots stuck sometimes in this mud. Shorter steps, kind of more vertical posture. I kind of negotiating, and I'm better balanced. And here I am trying to walk the old way I used to, trying to reach out forward. I'm kind of anchoring, my heel gets slapped in the mud, and I'm pulling myself forward. But see, I'm so off balance. You can see my arms swinging out like stabilizers. Another thing I learned through movement here is bending down correctly, trying to not spread my knees, kind of man spreading, which torqued my hip flexors like I am right here. That's pulling on my back really hard. Another thing, when I bend down now, so this right here is loading my SI joint, my lower back, just pivoting there. Now, if I bend down, keeping my legs near, or put one leg forward and bend down on a knee and flex that back, it kind of, it articulates that whole back, doesn't load that lower back joint so much. And this is how I used to walk. See the sideways movement, duck footing, toes pointed out, swinging left and right as opposed to efficiently moving forward. And this is putting a lot of weight on the inside knee, the inside of the ankles, and it also torques your hip. And that's why a lot of people have premature surgery. Now back to the way I've learned to rewalk correctly, tracking more forward, swinging from the abdomen, using my glutes, placing those feet right in front of me, tracking on a straight line. If you look at yourself in the snow or mud, look at your footprints and see, are your toes pointed out or are they going forward? A lot more efficient, using a lot less energy, and at the end of the day, I'm not as sore. Trying to use as low of a heel as I can. These are Red Wing boots. Not a high heel or anything. Kind of, you want more of a zero drop and a wide toe box. Did modify the seat of my truck. And the sitting in vehicles, tractors and trucks, is what weakens our lower back and weakens our stomach muscles, so we lose our posture. Put the steering wheel lower here. Now I can have my hands down my lap, opens up that shoulder angle. I've even gone to fixing my posture by sleeping and sitting on the floor now and giving up furniture pretty much altogether as much as I can help it. And I feel a lot better. And if anybody's interested, I do the references that I used for this video to help teach me are there's Dr. Todd Martin. He has a channel, The Walking Code. I believe his channel's under Todd Martin MD. There's Mark Hendricks down in Georgia, has Grown and Healthy. And then there is also Rick Olderman. He has some books. He's a physical therapist. And then there's also Bob and Brad, YouTube channel, physical therapists. Give it a try. You'll have longevity through movement and increase your health rather than getting worn down and beat up like I was getting. Thanks for tuning in.